Hello and welcome to the Bottom Up Skills Podcast. I'm Mike Parsons, I'm the CEO of Qualitance, and today we're delving into the full funnel. This is part one, that funnel, that growth marketing full funnel. It's so big, I got to break it into two parts because we can't fit it all into one episode. So today, part one, we're going to deal with the letter A 3 times. Awareness, acquisition, activation. In fact, those are the first 3 steps, the first 3 parts of the full marketing funnel. And this stuff is good. We are getting into 3 fundamental questions. So you've got a product, a service, a business. You want to launch it to the world. You want to take a growth marketing mindset. This growth marketing mindset is all about, first of all, number 1, data insights. Throughout that full funnel with a real focus on how much you convert your customers and trying to obviously improve those conversions. That's what growth marketing is all about. So the funnel that we mentioned has 6 steps. We're going to deal with the first 3 at the top: awareness, acquisition, and activation. So awareness is all about how many people do you reach. This is big picture stuff. And then we're going to talk about acquisition, which is of all the people out there, how many actually come to you? And we'll use a website as an example to explain growth marketing. And then we're going to talk about activation, which is all about getting them to, for example, to sign up for something on your website. That is the first 3 steps of the funnel. So let's get in it. And today it's going to start with this awareness thought. How many people do you reach? And so we'll use the example actually of bottomup.io, and I'll share with you some of the things we do throughout the whole funnel. So as you're listening to this, you can actually look at the website and I can actually share with you the things we do to practice full funnel marketing. So the best practices that I would recommend when you think about awareness, the ultimate goal here is that everybody can know about you to the best of your ability. It obviously won't be the whole universe, but you want to try and be everywhere. That's best practice number 1. Be in Google, be in all of the directories that review products and services in your industry, but also be in all the social media platforms, create all of the different types of content. Now, with a growth marketing hat, don't worry, you don't have to be in 25 different digital channels. You will find that some of these ultimately will deliver you far better results than the others. But the big advice, that the best practices for awareness is experiment everywhere. So find out which of those channels. Usually you get 3 to 5 of the digital channels truly do work. And have a real obsession about owning keywords, so SEO focus. So if you're all about, rare, exotic, organic bananas, when people type in organic bananas in your market, you got to own that search phrase. That's for sure the start of great awareness. There's obviously lots of other things you can do. In our case, we've got, press relations. Actually, just very recently, we announced the Bottom Up Learning Platform. We got lots of press because it's obviously, as you probably all know, it's free to take all our masterclasses. We're in all sorts of product review sites. One you probably are very familiar with is Product Hunt, and we're also in G2. And if you were to search different things, such as a Revolut case study, actually, we're probably one of the top 2 listings that you will find for that. So that's an example of how we get awareness done for us. And we ask lots of questions to improve that. How can we be found for different phrases? Have we got as many people linking to us as possible? And trying to take a journey of someone looking for maybe a course, go incognito in Google and see how you might find your own company. And you'll be surprised sometimes that you're not always as highly listed as you might expect. Okay, so we've done a rip-roaring tour of awareness. Just a quick note here. I am giving you just a touch, a little intro to some of these ideas. If you would like to go much deeper, we have a full, complete masterclass on bottomup.io. There you can go in, take your time, get the slides. There's a lot of information there. Here today, we're just introducing you to some of the best practices. Okay, step 2, in the funnel, from awareness, we go to acquisition. And that's really about, if awareness was all about being in Google, step 2, acquisition, is how many people from Google actually come to you. And particularly when they do come to you, one of the big focuses on acquisition is not only search, but how can you get the most out of the people that do come to you? Some best practices there would be something like Dropbox. We talked about that in the previous episode, where they actually created incentives for customers to actually recruit other customers. Or you might do what PayPal and Zoom have done, which is offer a fantastic integration to a much larger platform. So for example, Zoom made integration with Google Calendar a top priority, and the rest, as they say, is history. So those are great ways to drive your acquisition. For us, our big focus is that because we are there in the world, really well placed on awareness, we really focus on the journey from people landing in on our site, particularly on our blog content, which is a showcase of what's in our courses. They go from the blog to go to a course landing page, and from the course landing page, they go to a sign-up page. So we're always looking at that funnel, trying to optimize the steps through, keep it clean and simple, and really tweak the percentages. So that's how we fulfill on this second step, the second part of the funnel, which is acquisition. Now, if you're thinking about, hey, we get a lot of traffic to our site, but we don't seem to convert much, you should really go and have a look at which channel, which source is delivering the best traffic. So that might be in volume, but the best thing to do is ask which channel has the highest conversion rate. So don't be fooled that a particular site drives 1,000 clicks a month, because maybe few of those actually sign up. So if you start from who signed up and from where did they come, you might unlock some new insights. Okay, so that we just did then together, that was acquisition. We've done the awareness. So now what we can do is we can go to the third step of the marketing funnel, activation. So it means you're out there in the world, you actually get people coming to you, but can you put forward a proposition that they are totally engaged with and are prepared to sign up with and complete that first step? And that's a really important thing. In fact, I think for activation, you could ask yourself, how good is the user's or the customer's first experience? It's really essential here that people can sense the magic that is in your product or service as quick as possible. So some best practices here would be to reduce any heavy sign-up forms with a gazillion different fields in the form. Make it light. Maybe if you've got a free trial, get rid of credit card. Like just get them as quick as humanly possible to the good stuff. Get them to the magic. So what do we do here at Bottom Up Skills? On our website, we know we're very lucky because we've made a choice to give away all our courses for free. However, but we're still thinking like growth marketers. What we're doing is we're really focused on course completion. If you can finish that first course as quickly as possible, you get to the end and go, wow, I learned a few things there. This is really handy for my job, for working in this sort of new digital era. This is great, right? So that's what we're trying to design for. So what do? We have a real powerful and really clear display of your course progress as you go through it. So we try to make sure that it's really obvious where you are and how many steps you have left. How many more lessons inside of a course do you have before you complete the course? And we'll talk about what we do after they complete it in another episode. But this course completion is a big number. Now, what's interesting here is that for e-learning courses, student engagement's a real challenge. So, students can abandon at any time because it's on demand. It's not like traditional in-person schooling and education where you sit in a classroom, you have to turn up, so you may as well do the work. It's the opposite. People can just turn it off whenever they like. So we're really tracking average days to complete a course and what percentage of all students complete. So as you can see here, we're really starting to get almost into product thinking, but we're doing this with an eye for growth. We're looking to make sure that we understand if customers bounce out of our service, why, and what's the patterns and the insights into things that are really working. How can we get them through to that first, second, and third course? That's really, really important. Get them signed up, get them to the magic as soon as humanly possible. All right. So that's part 1 of the funnel. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd love to go a lot deeper than we are just on the podcast, go over to bottomup.io, where you can get our masterclass on growth thinking and plenty of others. For example, we have a whole masterclass on Agile. That could be quite handy too. So bottomup.io. All right, guys and girls, that's a wrap.